The Big Bang narrative and its associated frameworks, including gravity as a core mechanism, are fundamentally flawed constructs designed to mislead, control, and obscure the true nature of reality. Gravity itself, when critically examined, is a weak and illogical explanation for observable phenomena. The very idea that massive objects warp space-time or that an unseen force attracts all matter contradicts fundamental observations and natural principles. Instead, reality is governed by electromagnetism, density, and buoyancy, forces that are observable, repeatable, and consistent with the laws of nature. The Big Bang begins with the claim that all matter and energy in existence emerged from a singularity, a concept that is both physically and logically absurd. It assumes a nothingness before creation, yet nothingness cannot give rise to anything. This is an outright violation of the first law of thermodynamics, which asserts that energy cannot be created or destroyed. The second law of thermodynamics, which governs entropy, further dismantles the theory. Explosions do not create order, and yet the Big Bang supposedly birthed galaxies, stars, planets, and life, all in an ordered system. This is nonsensical at its core. What truly governs our world are the principles of electromagnetism and equilibrium. The so-called force of gravity is an invented mechanism to prop up the heliocentric model and the spinning globe narrative. If gravity were as described, pulling all objects toward the center of a massive body, then it should consistently overpower other forces, yet we see no such evidence. Large bodies of water remain flat and level across vast distances, as dictated by equilibrium. Water cannot adhere to a curved surface. It seeks its natural level, a direct contradiction to the spherical Earth narrative. Density and buoyancy explain what gravity cannot. Objects move not because they are attracted by a force, but because their density relative to the medium they are in determines their behavior. A rock sinks in water because it is denser than the water, while a helium balloon rises in air because it is less dense than the surrounding medium. These are observable, demonstrable principles that require no reliance on theoretical forces. As for the Big Bang itself, the so-called evidence used to support it, such as redshift and cosmic microwave background radiation, is misinterpreted or deliberately skewed. Redshift is better explained by the inherent properties of light over long distances, such as energy loss, tired light hypothesis, rather than an expanding universe. The cosmic microwave background radiation, touted as the afterglow of the Big Bang, can be attributed to localized electromagnetic phenomena within a contained system, rather than remnants of an imagined explosion. The Big Bang is not a scientific theory. It is a philosophical and political tool designed to strip humanity of its significance. By promoting the idea of a chaotic, purposeless origin, it diminishes the intrinsic meaning of life and places humans as mere accidents in a cold, indifferent cosmos. This narrative serves to disconnect people from their true nature and their environment, fostering dependency on centralized systems of authority that profit from our ignorance. The truth is that we live in a purposeful, designed system governed by electromagnetic interactions and equilibrium. The sun and moon are local phenomena, operating in precise cycles to maintain balance. The stars are not distant, physical objects, but rather luminaries within a contained system, and fixed in patterns that are consistent and unchanging. This is observable reality, consistent with our senses and repeatable through experimentation. Rejecting the Big Bang is not about rejecting science. It is about rejecting pseudoscience designed to confuse and manipulate. The institutions that push this narrative, space agencies, academic bodies, and media organizations, are complicit in maintaining a false paradigm for control. Understanding the true nature of reality requires intellectual courage, critical thinking, and an unwavering commitment to the pursuit of truth, free from the distortions of mainstream propaganda. The universe is not a chaotic, random void. It is an ordered, intentional construct, designed with precision, balance, and purpose. To see this truth is to free oneself from the illusions imposed by those who seek to dominate through deception.